See, you survived. I guess you got hard, Mayo. You made me harsh. So harsh. You got me so hard. There was a moment where I stopped being hard, but I thought of you, and it got me hard again.
Horns up, metalheads. It's time for another edition of Rockin' Metal Revival. Welcome to the month of August, dude.
It is. It's August already. Wow.
Has this been like the longest 7 months in your existence?
Yes. Seems like at least 12. Seems like it's been a year.
I read a stupid meme the other day on the Book of Faces that said, why don't we just put the trees up and call it a year?
Yeah, it's
crazy. But hey, on this week's show, we got a guy that's been on the show. How many times has Mike LaPond been on with us?
I think this is like 3 or 4. 3.
Yeah,
I think 3.
And what a great guy.
Yeah, and I like this album a lot, man. Good stuff on it.
I like the title of the album.
Oh yeah, really.
Yeah,
what is it again?
Whore of Babylon.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to you. Well, actually, you're going to talk to Mike LaPond next hour. We got any new music this week, or did we go all with? We got some new Primal Fear. I see that.
Yeah, there's Primal Fear, The Lonely Ones. I don't think we got that in last week, so
okay,
that's a new.
All right.
Well,
what? Oh, Eternal Sadness from The Lonely Ones. Why don't we kick the show off with that?
Okay, so we can do
that. All
that.
right. Here are The Lonely Ones, otherwise formerly known as Bobaflex. This is called Eternal Sadness on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's Symphony X from their album The Odyssey. It's called Incantations of the Apprentice on Rockin' Metal Revival. And a lot of people don't realize what a cool band Symphony X is.
Oh, man, so talented. Such cool riffs, too. They're like a heavier version of Dream Theater. You know, a metal version of Dream Theater. Oh, yeah, he's got a great voice, man. Just nice.
I was not real familiar with Symphony X until we started doing some of Mike's solo stuff, and he was working with the V.
Oh yeah, he did the one. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I started looking into some Symphony X. I like it. You know, I'm not really into that prog metal.
Yeah. It seems a lot noodly, but this one they're not as noodly as like Dream Theater can be.
Yeah.
But
Dream Theater was like, look how good I'm at my instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody in the band was exceptional.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't need a solo in every song.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bunch of guys saber rattling. Oh, look at me play my drums.
Yeah,
well, listen to this bass solo.
Yeah, and now a guitar solo. Now a keyboard solo. Hey, now let's these two solo together.
Yeah.
And 15 minutes later, you're like, okay, let's end it.
I got a buddy of mine. He's like, man, I can't listen to Rush. And I'm like, why?
Ooh,
and he goes,
Rush.
The songs are too long. I go, well, that's because you have a small brain, man, and you just can't, you know.
Yeah. No, they don't have, they have some albums where, it's the whole side of an album or something, but, a lot, they really got commercial at the end, though.
Yeah. To each their own, man.
Yeah.
That's their art,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, thank you for that box set.
Oh, you like that? That's pretty cool, huh?
And honestly, that is probably my favorite Rush album.
Oh,
so I dig that album. That was the Rush album that actually made me a fan.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, I like some of the like Working Man and some of that other stuff, and like Closer to the Heart and Farewell to Kings and all that kind of crap. But when I heard Spirit of the Radio and Free Will,
oh yeah,
I was hooked.
Oh yeah, those really sent him over the top.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm just glad I went and saw them a couple of times. You know what I mean? And live, they were amazing.
Yeah, I never saw them back in the day. I got to see him in Portland before I moved back here, but I didn't. That was in 2010, so
I got to see what tour did I see? The one right after Moving Pictures. So would that have been Signals?
Yeah, I think so.
With the New World Man and Subdivisions and all that. I saw them on that tour, and then I saw them on the Roll the Bones tour.
Or Moving Pictures, right?
Well, Moving Pictures was the one with Tom Sawyer and Limelight and all that, Red Barchetta, XYZ. I saw him on the one with Subdivisions and Losing It and all that. They were great, man. I'm so glad I went and saw Rush.
For 3 people to make that much sound.
Yeah, what is it with Canadians and 3-piece bands?
I don't know, man. They're good at it.
They're very good at it.
I guess when everybody lives 10 miles away from each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. All right, let's get back to the...
It's cold. It's cold. It's hard to get people to leave their house and come over.
Yeah, listen to Frank at McDonald's. He'll tell you how much Canada sucks. All right, so let's get back to the music. We've got News of the Weird. We've got our Talking Real Metal, and then next hour, Jerry's going to talk with Mike LaPond about his new album, Mike LaPond's Silent Assassins. The album's called Whore of Babylon.
You just love to say that. Jeez,
what? Whore?
The whore. Yeah, all the westerns. All the westerns I watch, all the ladies are whores. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
It's horrible.
Don't understand why you watch that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to the music. Here's some Maiden from Power Slave. This is Aces High on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's Judas Priest from Defenders of the Faith. That's Freewheel Burnin' on Rockin' Metal Revival. I heard that one the other day, blaring out of a pickup truck.
Oh, nice.
Sitting next to him at a stoplight, and I went, yeah, that song's got to go on Rockin' Metal Revival.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot.
You know, there ain't that many Priest songs that I really don't like, except probably that Nostradamus album.
That one had a couple good songs on it, but a lot of it, it was just mush. Yeah, it was not a good album.
No bueno. All right, so we've got News of the Weird, Jerry, and I'll give you 3 guesses which state we're going to start off in, and then the first 2 don't count. Where do you think we're going?
Florida.
That's right, man. It would even shake a stranger's hand for the amount of money right now. So I get the outage out there. Get this, man. A 20-year-old guy from Deltona. Do you know where that is? Deltona, Florida?
No.
Well, okay. Well, this guy's name is Joshua Job. And he had been chatting with an escort online during the pandemic. And her name is Dallas Wass. And she's 35. Well, he found her on a site called Escort Fish 2 months ago. And they met up to get it on.
Uh-oh.
All right? Good for him.
Okay.
Now, she agreed to have sex with him twice in June for $95 a pop.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Okay.
I guess that's the going rate right now.
Sounds reasonable, I guess.
Yeah, and matters what he looks like.
Yeah.
All right, so, and well, get this. They met up again this past Wednesday, but old Joshua was a little short on cash this time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, when she arrived in the alley to meet up with him, he said, hey, sorry, honey, I only got $5.
Oh, man.
So she yelled at him for wasting her time and left. Well, then he texted her, and he asked her to come back, so she did.
Why?
But she brought her pimp this time.
Oh, okay.
And they beat poor Joshua unconscious.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
When he came to, he realized they had stolen both his cell phones and they'd taken his $5.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, he ended up, get this, Jerry, with a broken nose, cuts, bruises on his face, and needed several stitches to close a gash in his cheek where he got it from the spiked heel.
Ouch. Yikes.
Yeah, he told the cops about it, and they arrested Dallas and her pimp. They're both facing robbery, aggravated battery, and causing bodily harm. But you know what? I mean, the question I have, my friend, was he arrested for solicitation?
Yeah, he's the one who started the whole thing. It's all on him.
Hey, he wasn't paying for services.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're going to stick in Florida, my man. I know because you live there, and I like to maybe.
I've seen what it's like there, yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll find somebody you know on one of these stories. A Florida woman got smoking hot when her dad said he wouldn't share his medical marijuana with him, or with her.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she smacked him down hard enough to need medical attention.
Wow. Jeez.
Dakota DeRenzo saw her pops lighting up with his pals and asked him to cut her in on some smoke. When he refused, the 22-year-old knocked him to the ground and, according to police, attempted to grab him by the testicles.
Whoa, but you can go have a beer. Go have some alcohol instead.
Yeah, cops were summoned to Luigi DeRenzo's trailer home
Wow.
Where they confirmed his injuries and took his daughter on the charges of misdemeanor battery.
Man.
I think as a father, that is probably the biggest nightmare of all, is having your daughter grab you by the balls.
Ouch. 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 Ruin the buzz, man. I'd be upset about that. But man, if your buddies are there too, why not let her have one? I mean, she's 22. You know,
yeah.
She obviously does it. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's better than she probably just got really drunk, and that's why she got violent. So if she'd have been stoned, she'd have been just chilling out, and you guys would have been all laughing about stuff instead of getting your nuts scratched.
Getting your balls grabbed, yeah.
Yeah, and you've been using those stress ball things, too, so she's got really strong grip.
She's got a great grip on her.
Yeah.
All right, and last but not least, Jerry, we move up to the great state of Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like some people have forgotten how to behave outdoors with this pandemic, spending so much time in their house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, the cops in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, got a call around 6:30 a.m. on Monday about a couple who were out walking their dog naked.
Well, I don't want to get anything on my clothes and bring it in the house.
Now, to clarify, the couple was naked.
The
dog was naked.
The dog had
too.
a sweater on.
Yeah,
and pants.
But the couple's nudity is what led to the cops getting involved when the cops tracked down the couple, 32-year-old Mariel Kinney and her 30-year-old
at least they
boyfriend
weren't
Kevin Pinto.
I figured they'd be like 80.
Yeah, they both took off running.
Oh.
Yeah, two old saggies. Yeah.
Oh,
well, they also started, so they took off running. They also started attacking when the cops caught up with them. They were both arrested for indecent exposure, assault and battery on a cop, disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. And so you're probably asking yourself, Jerry, why were they naked?
Yeah.
Well, the cops said Mariel and Kevin wouldn't give them a straight answer, but the cops did say their dog Lucy is a, quote, very good dog.
Oh, okay. Well, did they have a license?
Lucy went along with what the officers wanted.
Did the dog have a license, though? Did they have a license for the dog? They should have got hey, your license expired on your dog, and then that's going to cost you big time. Everything else is would throw that.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Naked dog walking.
Your dog naked. Come on, people.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right, that's going to wind up this edition of
what was it?
News of the Weird. There we go.
Yeah.
Coming up, we've got Talking Real Metal, and then next hour we'll talk to Mike LaPond. Well, actually, Jerry will talk to Mike LaPond, and we'll find out what's going on with Mike LaPond's Silent Assassins right here on Rock and Metal Revival.
Here's your latest hard rock and metal news on Rock and Metal Revival.
Horns up, metalheads. It's time once again for another edition of Talking Real Metal. For you kids in summer school, get out your notepads, because it's time to do some learning.
Oh, let me do the school bell, dinner bell.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Gets your attention.
This segment of the show brought to you by Happy Sloth.
Oh, yes. And the
all right.
strain of the week, Hembra.
Yeah.
Hembra. Good stuff.
All right. Jerry gives it the two thumbs sideways.
I have never met a strain I didn't like. I can honestly say that. You know how you get a beer and you're like, oh, this beer sucks. No, never had a strain I didn't like.
Really?
Yep.
Even back in the day?
Back in the day, they didn't have strains. It was all...
And some guy got it out of his uncle's field?
Yeah, you were just hoping that it wasn't packed with... There was more material there than there were stems and seeds,
Exactly. All right, back to the rock news. Deep Purple's Roger Glover, every album is potentially our last album. Isn't that for every band?
Yeah, pretty much.
That wasn't an enlightening statement there, Roger.
But it's probably, I think this last one they're putting out is probably going to be their last one. I don't see them doing any more. I don't know.
Ace Frehley's releases